Hello YouTube, it is Champion DJK coming at you again with another video, and today we're going to take a look at the latest wave of Hot Wheels Ultra Hots. These are found at Target stores in the US. I'm not sure if they're available internationally. They might be. I honestly do not know. But in the US, you will find these particular vehicles at Target. Target stores is where you'll find them. And I really like them. They kind of are a retro style series that is made to look like old school Hot Wheels from, the Ultra Hot era. Let's call that like late 80s, early 90s, something like that. With these cool Ultra Hot wheels. So I dig this set quite a bit. I know it's not for everyone, but I'm a big fan of it, and I think this wave is really nice. I think we're on like the 4th wave of these cars. This particular one has 8 cars in the set, and it's got some pretty solid casting choices, and we're going to take a look at all of them. It took me a while to put this set together, actually. I found some of what I thought were the more desirable cars right away, which I found this one right away. I found that one right away, that one. Did not find the GTO right away. Starlet was the last one I needed. Did not find the COPO Corvette right away or the Volkswagen T1. So it's just weird how I kind of found what I thought were the more desirable ones, which were the Mazda, the Honda, and the Porsche, right away with no issues, and then the other ones were difficult to find, probably because of some weird case quantity issue. I never opened up a case of these, so I don't know exactly how they came. But there are 8 cars in the set, and we're going to go through them in order, starting with one of 8. This is the 70 Ford Escort RS 1600. It's a cool casting. I like it. By the way, this card art is lovely. It is exactly kind of a replica, a retro of the old card art for the Ultra Hots. So that is super cool. There are multiple languages on the back, which tells me this set is available in other countries, likely at some other store. But in the US, it's Target. That's where you're going to find it in the US. So here's the first car. So these all have like a Spectraflame paint, which looks really cool. So basically the same paint you're going to get with a Super Treasure Hunt is essentially what they have on them. And then they have these Ultra Hot wheels, which are a classic wheel. Classic by, today's standards. And they're going to have full deco, like the silver line of Hot Wheels. So the silver label Hot Wheels have full tampo deco. These are going to have that as well. Some of them may have a metal base every once in a while. 2, this particular one does not. This is the Ford Escort. Good graphics on the front end. Looks pretty awesome. And the back looks pretty cool too. We got gold, kind of a Spectraflame gold, yellow, whatever, what have you. It says Escort on the side. All of these Ultra Hots have like these cool like electric flame kind of things. And I don't know, I really like these things. I think these things are really cool. And again, I know they're not for everyone, but I am a fan for sure, and I collect them all. So, and I think I'm up to date now. I have everyone. Pretty sure there's not a single one I'm missing in the entire set. Next is the Volkswagen T1 GTR. And I believe this is the first time I've ever had this casting. I think this casting may have debuted as like a Hot Wheels ID. I'm not really sure. Someone else will probably have more information on it. By the way, the back of the card is all, it's not unique. The front of the card is just going to have a quick like drawing of the car. I wouldn't even call it a rendering. I'd call it more of a drawing of the car. And then a, Ultra Hot stuff. So old school looking, very, very cool. This one is in a Spectraflame pink. Right here with Goodyear, number 25. 2018 is the copyright date on the base, and I think this thing debuted as an ID car. I'm not really sure, though. Somebody will comment. The whole top half of the car is plastic, or van, rather, is plastic. The base is plastic, and of course, the main body piece that's painted is the only metal. It's kind of cool. I mean, it's not really that cool, but it's all right. It's not bad. By the way, these cars cost $3 each at Target. So they are roughly 3 times as much as a mainline. So there is that to factor in whether or not you think this is worth it. I don't know if it's worth it necessarily, but I picked them up, obviously, and I enjoy them, so I guess it's worth it to me. All right, this next one is the 89 Mazda Savannah RX-7 FC3S in a Spectraflame black, which looks pretty cool. This one we have a little bit of an issue on the wheel. No? Is that coming off? I feel like that will... I feel like it's like a piece of... Oh yeah, that will come out. I'll take care of that off of camera, but that will come off. This, again, with the flamage, almost like a welding arc kind of looking flame deal kind of thing. Again, full deco. You get tampos on the back, tampos on the front. I thought for sure this one would be kind of popular because it's a Mazda RX-7, but apparently this one's pretty easy to find. So the hardest one to find was definitely the Starlet. And we'll get to that in a second. But this one's pretty cool, pretty decent. The color-wise, I mean, it's nothing too crazy. It's just a Spectraflame black, but I'm surprised these things aren't more popular just because of the, I don't know, it's got a nice solid theme to it, and it's got Spectraflame paint. I mean, that's cool, right? I think it's cool. All right, next is the Honda CRX. This one, I thought undoubtedly would be really hard to find, and it hasn't been. I've actually found a couple of them. So let's open it up. But I thought for sure this one would be a difficult one to find, and I get it. It's probably just because people hate these ultra hot wheels for whatever reason. And I just think they're so cool because these are kind of the wheels of my childhood. It was these and black walls. Basic wheels. Very solid tampo action on there. And the other thing to note is these are tampoed. Not like the printed style stuff that are in the Hot Wheels premium line. They are tampoed, which is good because that actually keeps the graphics sharp. I'm sure they can do less colors, but it does keep the graphics nice and sharp. This is a cool looking, sharp looking little CRX, I think. And again, I think these are super cool. Purple, Spectraflame purple. Very, very cool. All right. And this is another one I thought, you know, for sure would be a little bit harder to find. And that's just because originally trying to find the Porsches in this series, the Porsche in this series was a very difficult one to find. They had, which was the, I'm trying to think of what the Porsche was that they did for the set. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but it was tough to get. It was tough to get a hold of at first. But this is the Porsche 356 Outlaw in Spectraflame green. And these are just super cool. Ultra Hots. You got the Porsche logo there with those flames coming off of it. Spectraflame green. I don't know. I think these things are super cool. And again, full detail. So you get taillights on the back. You're going to get headlights and stuff on the front. And it's a nice little car. I think these are awesome. Okay? I do. You guys may not, but I think these are super cool. Just the paint alone, the whole color scheme of everything, or the scheme of everything, is just, they're just super cool. I think these are awesome. I get more excited about a new line of these sometimes than new car culture stuff. I just do. All right, and then we got a 65 Pontiac GTO. This one in kind of a brownish, copperish kind of thing. I'll open this one up. This one, of course, I would get for multiple reasons. One, it's a GTO, and I collect GTOs. And the other one is that it's an ultra hot. And again, you do get full detail, even though they had to actually tampo and print on the plastic base. Color's kind of cool. GTO on the back there. Taillights. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty decent. I think I might know why the Starlet's going to be the fan favorite. Let's actually save the Starlet for last, since it was the last one I found for the set. Oh, actually, this one also, I felt the weight when I picked it up. This one also has a metal base. So this is the 69 COPO Corvette in a very pretty color blue. Like very nice looking blue. And this one, we get metal base, metal body. Ultra Hot Wheels, of course. Very pretty color. Very nice color. Liking that quite a bit. And again, you get the full detail. Full detail on there. Including the back. Nice and sharp. Looks pretty good. And yeah, some would say, you know, these are glorified mainline cars. Well, in a way. But this one's got metal on metal. And, you know, the graphics are typically sharp. You don't see a lot of issues with the graphics on these. And they got Spectraflame paint. I mean, how cool is that? I think it's super cool. So I'm digging those. I kind of want them to bring Spectra Frost back. Maybe they will one of these days. All right. And then lastly, we got the 1981 Toyota Starlet KP61 in a, I guess, Spectraflame orange. Orangish, copperish. And here's that one. So this is the tough one to get. And maybe because it's only coming one per case, I'm guessing maybe this and the Corvette are the two that would come one per case just because they have a metal base. Because they are heavier than the other cars. I'm sure weight is actually probably a factor. And that might be why these only come one each per case. I'm guessing it's going to be these two. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's this and the VW. They only come one per case. And I believe they would come in a case of 10, right? I would think. Case of 10, there's 8 cars. 2 of them have to be duplicated. Unless they come in a case of 12. But I've never opened a case, so someone else will know. And I think it's very different depending on what series we're on. But this one, yeah, metal base. Of course, metal body. These little Ultra Hot Wheels. And again, the Spectraflame paint, which this is kind of a copperish orange. And it looks pretty cool. I dig it. So, you guys let me know what you think about the Ultra Hots line. Is this something that you guys typically pick up? Do you enjoy this? I think you got to be a certain age, maybe, to really like it. And maybe it's about my age. So, I was born in 1982. So, that makes me like 43 this year. But, you know, I think if you're around that age, I think you would probably remember Ultra Hot Wheels, and you may have liked them when you were little. And mostly, you're not necessarily little, but, you know, the Countach, the 959, the Ferrari Testarossa, you know, the poster cars of our childhood, all came out with some Ultra Hot Wheels on them. Okay? They all originally came out with Ultra Hot Wheels, and those were the cars that I really liked as a kid, so that's part of the reason why I like these wheels, and I think this whole style is really cool. And again, I get it. They might not be for everyone, but they are for me. All right. This will be in the playlist for, I guess, the Silver Label Hot Wheels, because which makes the most sense for this particular set or series. Either this or store exclusive Hot Wheels, which I have playlists for that as well. I'm not sure where I put the last videos, so I'll have to put it wherever I put those. But hopefully you enjoyed this a little bit. Let me know what you guys think. My favorite one, though, in this particular set is probably the CRX. I think that's my favorite. But actually, this Porsche looks really nice as well. I really like this one as well. There's really isn't one that I don't like. If I had to argue with one that I may not like all that much, the VW and probably this one are the two worst to me. Your opinion's going to differ, and that's great. Share it down below. All right, thank you very much for watching, and have yourself a good day.